Thanks for tuning in and welcome to Keep On Dancin', the show that celebrates the rhythm, creativity, and talent right here in our community. Each week we shine a spotlight on local dance studios, instructors, artistic directors, and theater programs that bring the performing arts to life. We'll learn about their passions, their programs, and what makes their space a special place to grow and perform. Whether you're a parent looking for just that right dance class for your little one, a dancer yourself, an aspiring actor, or someone who simply loves the art of movement, you're in the right place. From hip-hop to ballet, ballroom to line dancing, plus a taste of singing and acting, we cover it all. This program is sponsored by Dancingly Yours, your local source for leotards, tights, shoes, and more. Dressing dancers for 36 years, located on Route 10 in Plainville. They help keep our community moving so you can keep on dancing. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to another edition of Keep On Dancin'. I'm Marsha, your host, and today we're featuring a dance educator whose journey goes far beyond the studio. After building a legacy at Connecticut Dance Theater in Watertown, a life-changing moment happened in 2021 for her, which forced her to redefine everything. And what she's discovered through dance is truly inspiring. And I have 3 of her students with me today who will attest to that fact. I'm honored to have as my guest today, Donna Bonasera.
Hi.
Donna, thank you so much for joining.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. I'm wonderful, and you look wonderful.
Oh, thank
and
you
I'm
so much.
So glad that you've come through this ordeal with flying colors. And I assure you, I know that you owe it all to dance and a good attitude and positive thinking.
The movement that comes in dance is so important. It was my physical therapy.
Sure.
Yeah. And when I first had the stroke, the physical therapist that I was going to see said I looked like 2 different people when I first walked in, when I first had the stroke. And then maybe 6 months later, they said when I walked in without the cane and standing up straight.
They were like amazed.
Right. And I attribute that to dance. Yeah.
I believe that. I believe that dance really heals. To me, dance is just not physical. It's mental and it's inspiring. And
it's oxygen for the soul.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have all the right words. You have all. Now, you brought with us today 3 of your students that just love you dearly. So right next to you, I have Suzanne.
Hello.
And Margaret.
Hello.
And Dorothea.
Hi.
So they'll be speaking to us today about what they've learned from Donna and how much her inspiration in dance has helped them. So Donna, let's start with you right at the very beginning. Let's start at the beginning. When did you first fall in love with dance? How old were you?
Oh, I was very young. And also I would say that dance and music, singing, opera was always a part of my family. On my mother's side of the family, 15 brothers and sisters from the Bronx.
Wow.
And then on my dad's side of the family. And so there was always singing and dancing. Whenever the 9 brothers, or 6 brothers actually, got together, they would always sing.
It was like, let's see, Dolly Parton when she had all her family, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to her autobiography, and it's like, that's amazing. Her whole family did all this thing. It was so not unusual for her and not unusual for you. So what inspired you to open up the Connecticut Dance Theater back in 1989? I know it's on pause right now, and everybody's hoping that you'll bring it back, but what inspired you to open that?
Well, one of my first dance teachers, who I used to call my best friend, to her dance classes at the Torrington Grange. We used to ride our bikes to the Grange, and I would watch her take her tap class. And the teacher asked me if I would participate, which I did. And ever since then, I've been dancing. Yeah.
Ever since?
Yeah, ever since then. One of my teachers, my father would drive me to the Harper Conservatory. He would work in Windsor, Connecticut, drive all the way back to Torrington, bring me back to the Harper Conservatory. And that's where I got my lessons. And the teacher there said that I needed more ballet training. And that's where I started with Sharon Dante at the Nutmeg Ballet in Torrington.
Wonderful. What a nice story. What a nice story that is. So after you've had your unfortunate onset, how long did it take you to get back to dancing?
I was home for about 5 months, which was very unusual for me. And then I went back to 1.5 hours a week in the month of May. So 5 months without dance in my life or training dancers. And then I started 1.5 hours a week to start to build my stamina.
Go back dancing or teaching?
Teaching, I'm sorry, teaching.
Teaching.
And then during the summer months, I think I added 3 more classes. And so now I'm up to, 13 hours a week?
Yeah. Now, you didn't always just teach seniors. You taught young children.
I worked with all ages, age from 3 years old up to 93 years old now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So next to you is Suzanne, and you have some interesting stories and how you got in touch with Donna.
Yes, I actually started dance because of a knitting class. One of my fellow knitters recommended the dance class, and I thought, oh, I don't know that I can do this. I've always wanted to dance, but never really had the opportunity. And I saw a clip on YouTube of this class, and I said, well, maybe I can do this. So that was 1.5 years ago, and I haven't looked back. I take 2 classes a week in Torrington and 1 in Woodbury. And dancing has changed my life. I have made a playlist of the songs that we use at the dance class. And so every day now I practice on my own. Dancing makes me feel better. It helps with osteoporosis, helps prevent Alzheimer's, and it makes me happy.
That's
makes
the key.
me happy to do it.
And when you're happy, it seems everything just seems to fall into place.
Yeah, it's changed my life.
And I would like to just brag a little bit. Suzanne's son, Brandon, am I saying his name?
Brendan.
Brendan, he was at the Kennedy Center, working at the Kennedy Center, and now he's at Juilliard.
Yes.
And he's actually come to class. There's certain times of the year where the women bring their sons or daughters or their grandchildren. So that's really nice to have everybody in class.
And what does he do?
He's in marketing.
Public relations.
Public
yeah,
relations.
yeah, at Juilliard. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And he loves
Is he dancing
the
too?
class. Yes,
He's taken the class.
yes, he's a dancer.
He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Comes home when he dances with you and you share comment.
Under pressure, he dances with me, but he does it.
How about you, Margaret?
Well, I owe my dancing career at this moment to my friend Suzanne, who sat next to me in the knitting group and said for weeks, why don't you come to dance class? Or you would enjoy this. You should come to dance class or whatever. And I listened and listened. Then I thought, okay, the only way I'm going to get any peace is to go to dance class, so I went not really knowing what to expect and not thinking that there would be 20 women in a room or 20 women and 1 man, God bless him. And it's transformational in terms of how you think of yourself. I was a little blue about getting old, and I don't think I've handled it super well. But when I saw this group of women and men out there dancing, I was amazed, and I wanted to be part of it. And so I've been coming ever since. It's been about 8 months now. And I love doing it. I love the challenge of learning the routines. I love so far that I haven't fallen down and broken anything because sometimes my feet get, sort of twisted up. But I just keep coming and keep watching and learning the new steps, and I love it. And I also take the tap class that Donna offers, and that's a lot of fun. And so it's been wonderful. And I am amazed by the class's diversity. We have us spry 60-somethings and then going up into the 90s. I think that's a blessing to see. It's a blessing for me to know that those women are working themselves and keep coming and keep trying.
And they're doing it for themselves too,
Right,
as well.
exactly.
It really livens
Absolutely.
their spirit. It's somewhere for them to
Right.
go. And that really makes you feel you forget everything else
Right,
that's going on in your
absolutely.
life. I know that's what happened to me with the stroke. Once I got back into the classroom, and they're wonderful for me. It's therapy for me to have everybody in the classroom dancing. I'm so used to working with children, which also is very valuable. But it's not just the children. Then the children become the teenagers become the adults, and then what happens? It stops.
Right.
And now
Yeah.
we're starting a whole new program that's for the senior citizens, and there's no reason to stop.
No.
And if you feel
No,
good,
not at all.
it makes you feel great.
Yeah.
That's our motto too. Keep on dancing.
Yes.
Right.
It is.
No matter what happens. Yeah.
Keep being healthy. What's your motto?
Dance for the love of it. Dance for the health of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the dance for the health of it.
Yeah.
And I use that a couple of times, and I have to make sure I say that correctly. How about you, Dorothea?
When I was a child in Waterbury, I took dance at the Waterbury Girls Club for 6 years with Barbara Hyland. And then for some reason, when I graduated 8th grade, I stopped. I don't know why.
It just wasn't cool.
I guess.
Back then.
Maybe. Summer of 2009, I saw a little blurb in the Waterbury paper that there was going to be a 6-week summer class, and it was at Donna's studio in Waterbury. And I took that, and it was marvelous. I was still working at the time and didn't have a lot of energy for anything after work. But then when I retired in 2017, I joined a bunch of senior centers, and Donna had gotten a few grants, and she was teaching at the Watertown Oakville Senior Center, the Naugatuck Senior Center. I'm told she taught at the Waterbury Senior Center before I retired. And then one day, this thing from this Torrington Senior Center popped up on my phone. I used to work in Winstead, and I would drive by the Nutmeg and think, boy, I would love to be in that building with all that glass, and it must be so much fun. But I'm never going to be in there. And now I'm in there. So I take classes Tuesday and Friday mornings in Torrington and Saturday mornings in Woodbury. And I think if Donna taught a class every day, I would take a class every day. The ladies are fabulous.
Yeah.
The teacher, you can't get any better. Great music. It's just amazing.
And at Connecticut Dance Theater, when we were building the program, we had the movement classes. We had actually people, you were dancing almost every single day. We had the movement dance class twice a week, chair yoga, acting classes, tap classes. So they were and if it was raining or snowing, they were still coming to class.
Sure.
We didn't take any days
before
off.
your stroke? You had all these
It was
classes?
before the stroke,
So
yes.
you've implemented this program before.
I did, and thanks to the Connecticut Community Foundation. The Connecticut Dance Theater is a nonprofit arts organization, and they were the ones that invited me to a program for senior citizens. And that's when I started the program with the OSHA program at UConn in Waterbury. And the Connecticut Community Foundation then funded a program at the Naugatuck Senior Center and the Watertown Senior Center 2 years in a row, which is kind of unusual for them to grant a program twice in a row. And it has built, and it keeps on building, and it keeps on building.
How many classes a week do you teach?
Well, with the seniors, I'm teaching 4 classes a week, and then I have my regular training program classes.
And those are for the high school students?
They're for high school students, for children. I'm teaching classes at the Nutmeg Ballet, at Woodbury Dance Academy, and at Reach for the Stars.
That's crazy. How many hours a week
This
are
is
you
nothing but compared to what I used to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
I used to also run shows at the Warner Theater with the Warner Stage Company. So it was very busy. Yeah.
Seen some of that. You did the Palace Theater did a documentary on you?
We did, my friend Sherry Marcucci, she's the director of Second Act, which is when people have to re-choreograph their lives, which I had to do. So we gave a lecture, I think you were a part of it, Dorothea, where I just talked about having a stroke and how I came out of it through dance.
Yeah, you can see that that's on YouTube, isn't it?
It might be, I don't know.
You can pull it up. Yeah, I did. That's where I saw the clip. It was very interesting and very inspiring and, heartwarming.
Oh,
it really was. And
good.
then the picture of you at the end with your Dunkin' Donut
Oh,
cup.
my baby picture.
You can go in and see
One
that.
of our classes, I'm just thinking, we had 3 generations. One of our ladies, Rosemary, who has taken the class for several years, I don't know if it was Christmas time, I think her daughter and granddaughter were up from Florida. So we had mom, daughter, and granddaughter in the same class.
Yeah.
That was neat.
That's great. What type of tap do you teach? Do you teach Broadway tap or is it jazz tap?
My training as a child was with Paul Draper, which was more of a classical tap, but I like all forms of tap.
What, you like what?
All forms of
All
the tap
forms
classes,
of tap.
yeah.
I think that people can relate. Older people can relate more to the Broadway tap because you see the Rockettes and
Right.
Do you wear heels in your classes or you wear flat shoes?
I wear it's not a heel, but both of us have sort of a thicker heel rather than a high heel.
Right. Yeah. Easier to maintain your balance.
Mine are flat, I'm pretty
They're
sure.
flat, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of balance, that's what you have the issue with, and that's
right.
what this class has done for you. It's great.
Yeah.
After your stroke, there must have been a lot of incredibly challenging times. And what made you realize that you needed to get back into dance right after that? It was like, I'm not sitting here. I'm not wasting away. I'm getting back in. I can do this.
I think realizing that movement is so important, not just for a dancer. A dancer has to move all the time, But just as human beings, your body is meant to move. I think that's when you're the healthiest, is when you're moving all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what helped with the physical therapy of coming out of the stroke. A lot of the exercises were so similar to what we would do, maybe a little bit more sports oriented, but in a dance class, everything is lengthening and you're finding your muscles that you haven't used in a very long time, whether it's your large muscles, small muscles.
Yep.
Coordination is important, and putting combinations together, it's good for the mind.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good for the mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're learning a combination, it's like, okay, right foot, left foot, the balancing act, right, what weight do I have, what foot on, and what step do I need to take next? Big thing in tap. That's all I know. It's like, I always tell you, it's all about your weight distribution. And it's just really important and good for your brain. I mean, get out of there and thinking, oh, 1, 2, 3, count these and keep this guy. It's just, there's nothing better than dance. I mean, everybody, you can go to the gym and you can exercise and get bored. That's why people don't keep it up, because it's boring. It gets boring after a while. Dance, there's nothing boring about dance at all.
Yeah.
It's what you make of it. And as you ladies attested to, it just changed your life.
Yeah.
Donna plays great music, and she plays a lot of seasonal things, and it's just so much fun.
Sure. We're going to break now. I'm going to show you a little clip of one of Donna's classes, and I think you'll really, really enjoy this. So let's stay tuned and let's just watch this.
I think probably for me, the biggest thing was that dance was like oxygen for me. Even as a child, I was able to be creative, and I loved putting bedspreads across the doors and then open the curtains and have the recital start. And then I would get all the kids in the neighborhood together, and they would either sing or dance, or we would do a talent show. And then, of course, I forgot to put the music on, or I would take the music off right in the middle of their song. But that was my first experience as a director and as a dance teacher. So maybe 9, 10 years old, I followed my best friend Ann through our Langton to the touring board Grange. We would ride our bikes to the Grange while she would take her dance lesson until the teacher invited me over to ask if I would like to join the class, for which I did. And that year, I think it was, I did my first piece of choreography to Frank Sinatra's Love is a Tender Trap. And ever since then, I've been choreographing since I was 9 years old. I love to watch somebody up on stage and to pull out or nurture their talent and what they love to do best. And as far as choreography and putting dances together, they're an experiment for me. They're the tool. And if it doesn't look good on them, I want to change it so that they look good on stage. That's one of the things I think I like the most about training dancers as well as choreography, is to work with a young student who has that innocence about them and that spontaneity to want to learn and willing to work hard at the craft, and watching them progress every year to year. And the most rewarding to me, and I still have wonderful relationships with all my students, is those that have chosen to go on to dance professionally. Some are in Broadway shows, some are in dance ballet companies, some are executive directors all over the world. It's exciting to me. One evening I received a phone call from Neil Bacano that asked me that they were looking for the people to join the Warner Stage Company. They were looking for a choreographer. That was a completely new experience for me. So when I walked up on that stage was mine, and that's when we had to put this. when they get up on stage and they're the performers of the theater world, we're doing Warner Stage Company productions, you know the choreography worked when the audience claps for the performers. And the performers just soak it up, and they just give it the energy that it comes out of this performance. Is just, and that's what makes me happy. But I was in the process at Connecticut Dance Theater. I was by myself, but I was on the phone with my niece Angela, and I looked to my right a little bit. I felt a little bit dizzy, which was very unusual for me. When I looked to the left, I got maybe dizzier. Then all of a sudden, the room started spinning. I thought I was drugged, and that was it. I told my niece I didn't feel well, something was wrong, and my sister called, yelled at me. Angela called the ambulance, and I was in the hospital after having a brain bleed. And to this day, I actually saw the film of the bleeding of my brain, which was so psychedelic and so big that actually the doctor said it was a miracle that I made it. I know it's hard to believe because I'm still involved with dance, thank God, but it was pretty unusual. But they say the show must go on, and that's what we did. I worked, and I have a fabulous program that I'm really proud of, and if it wasn't for the senior citizens, it's got me through the stroke, and it was great rehab for me. Ready, and
Keep on dancing. Okay, so we're back, and I hope you enjoyed that little clip. And so I'm going to ask Donna, when you start your class, you do a movement class of breathing, and I think we have our 3 stars right here. They're in the clip. So go ahead and tell us just a little bit about that clip.
it starts with, the class is very repetitious. So we do a warm-up that's done basically every week so that they know it and they can work at home.
Right.
They have homework. And then we go into isolations. And then I'll give a combination, maybe about the last 10 minutes of class is a combination. And I'll repeat it for a couple of weeks so that we add it to our repertoire. So I may not use it for a couple of months, maybe a year goes by too, and then we'll come back. And I think what you can see, it's like typewriting in our days when we go away from the typewriter, but then once you start to practice, it all comes back.
Right.
And that's what I want to have happen for everybody.
Wow, so there it is, cognitive in the brain, remembering.
Yes.
Neural pathways. It's all about neural pathways.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do movement, you do a little bit like a jazz, and you said you liked your Frank Sinatra. That's the best music to dance to?
That's
my favorite.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
We like Earth, Wind, and Fire, too.
Oh, yes, we do. I use Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
We have a lot. We have a huge repertoire of songs.
It's good, lively music to get you going, get you hopping, get you...
And when I first had the stroke, it happened on a Friday. So we had already had class in Watertown in the morning, and I had the stroke in the afternoon, and the following Tuesday when class was supposed to be going on, nobody knew. So, but one of our student dancers had to stand outside the studio door to tell everybody I had a stroke. So once I was able to get back into the swing of things and start to build up my stamina, we had a lot of people who were carpooling to come to Torrington at the Nutmeg facility. And then we split the class because it was so big. They were coming to Torrington, they're coming to Woodbury, we're thinking of starting a class in Terryville, and it just keeps on going and going and going.
So what else would we like to talk about, ladies?
I have to say that I am just so grateful to be able to learn from such a high caliber teacher as Donna. She is amazing. Her music choices are great. Her choreography is inspired.
Thank you.
She cares about all of us so much and the quality of our lives. I am grateful every day to have Donna in my life.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you.
I feel the same way. And the thing I'd like to add is that this group of people that gets together twice a week to do this, it's as many as 20 or a little over 20 people. And that's a big class.
Yes, it is.
The room is full. The whole studio is full. And they're wonderful, wonderful people. We have a wonderful time together. And it's not all dance. Sometimes after class, we get together and we go have coffee. We go to Panera or we go to Dunkin' Donuts. And people care about how the new grandchild is or what did you have for dinner last night or whatever, you know, and it's fun, but it's also very important because building community is very important as we age, as we all know. But I think this is a wonderful way to build community through the
It's
dance.
an extension of your family. It's a new
Absolutely.
family.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, they find that many seniors who sit alone,
Exactly.
you know, their life just debilitates quickly.
Yeah.
And but when they have friends and family and a purpose and dance in their life, they just
Yeah.
move right on.
So I think that's an important aspect of this whole thing.
Anything that keeps you young and happy.
For sure.
I didn't have any hobbies when I worked. I joined a bunch of senior centers when I retired. And I'm just into having fun. And dance for the love of it, dance for the health of it is one of the most fun parts of my week.
Yes.
We just don't know how many more classes Donna can take on. You know, you're in high demand here.
Oh, that's really, thank you.
You
Thank
love it,
you.
right?
I do love it, and I love seeing the women. And I love seeing the progress, too. What did I say the other day in class? We're now at the intermediate level.
Intermediate level,
yes.
right.
We have different levels now
No, you've
in
grown.
classes.
That made us feel
Intermediate,
great.
Advanced.
I would love to see that. I would love to do that if I could just find the time. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to come as a guest if you'd like to.
I would love to. So now, you usually hold these at senior centers or?
No, we're holding, we have a class in Torrington at the Nutmeg
Oh, that's right.
Conservatory
Yep.
for the Arts in Torrington, the Woodbury Dance Academy, and then, of course, it all formed at the Connecticut Dance Theater
Yes.
in Watertown.
And then we'll soon be adding the space at Dancing Leaders.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I think it's important. I just want to give a shout out to the Nutmeg Conservancy because it is a beautiful space.
Yes,
and
it
and
is.
if you want to really feel like a
is.
dancer,
Yeah.
being in that space is just
The openness.
it's just beautiful. And
It's a privilege.
it's a real
It is.
privilege. That's the word I was looking for. To have access to that and to see this beautiful space that these wonderful dancers learn in is really a treat. So we feel very lucky.
Well, you have to give her lots of accolades because she was the one who pulled it all together. Donna, you have such a wonderful career. People, and as I said, when they said your name, I said, I know that name. Even though I never met you, I knew your name. So you should be, so proud of everything that, people look up to you for.
Yes,
Oh, that's nice to hear.
And
Thank
we
you.
really
Definitely.
appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
in the community.
Thank
You
you.
also have choreographed several theater productions for the Palace Theater. And
Yes, the Warner Theater. in
Warner
Torrington.
Theater.
The Warner Theater, before it was renovated, there were little pollywogs coming down, as a river was coming down the alley. And at that time, we were cleaning it up and making sure. And people who have worked so hard, the Warner Stage Company has worked really hard over the years. And now I think the Bushnell in Hartford and the Warner Theater in Torrington are working
managing it,
together
yeah.
and managing it. But yes, I've choreographed a chorus line,
Yeah.
Pippin, Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now one of my former students, Vanessa Logan, she's the executive director of the Goodspeed Opera House. And they will be doing Annie.
Annie.
You're all going to see
Yeah,
it.
we're all going. Yeah.
That must feel so heartwarming that one of your students has, grown so much and has such a wonderful career for themselves, a professional career. You've helped that along.
I think what dance does is just sharing. You share your knowledge. And I'm so thankful, so grateful for that I can share my knowledge. Even at the Nutmeg Ballet, the staff there, Sharon Dante has retired, but former students are now running the Nutmeg Ballet, which is Victoria Mazzarelli, Donna Mattiello, Tim Milady. And then in Woodbury, Christine, she's very into the Vaganova method, which is the Russian method of training, which is where I studied in Russia.
Well, ladies, I'm sorry that we have to close the curtain on this wonderful performance.
Thank you. We were glad to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. And I
Thank
think
you.
this will be an inspiring story for many of the seniors watching, and they'll probably be looking forward to either joining your groups out there or here in this area.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sneakers, whatever. Dancing Leaders on Route 10 in Plainville. We've been in business for 36 years dressing dancers, and we certainly appreciate all our customers who continue to shop locally. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Dancing Yours. And I'm Marsha, your host. And as always, what do we say, ladies?
Keep
Keep on dancing.